Hi everyone, how are you? We just had quite this storm pass through, and I was looking at it, and um, I I don't know if you've had this happen where you you're watching, you hear the thunder, you see the lightning, and we learn to count between the two to see how many miles out it is, right? Well, the storm was getting pretty intense, but there was like such incredible lightning just crossing across the sky. I was like, oh, I can't handle it. So I went outside to watch it, and it was just so incredible. And my kids came out, and we sat outside and watched the beautiful, beautiful storm. I used to be really afraid of the storms when I first moved out to Midwest. Um, I I had never seen lightning like I had seen in Wisconsin, and I was so scared. And my husband was driving in it, and I'm like, I don't think we should be out in these conditions because where I'm from in the Pacific Northwest, Washington State, ish, we get our storms. And I thought those were storms. I thought that was what thunder and lightning was. It's nothing like out here in the Dakotas and Midwest, and the storms they get out here are just incredible, but terrifying in the same right. And so I was so scared that first time. I just shuddered like a leaf. And the first few storms, would get up and have everything all ready for everybody to go downstairs and be watching. And, everybody else is sleeping peacefully because they sleep through the storms, right? And kids, husband, they sleep through the storms. Not me. I was ready to take shelter. And, it came on that, there's a tornado, and I'd go and wake up everybody. It's time to go. They're all too tired. I'm like, well, we got to go to, well, then it passes, so it's like, you get that, like, take shelter and then it's over as soon as, you go. So I started to get less scared. And then I found that if I could look outside and see the storm in the way, to see the lightning, see what's going on, I was doing better. Whereas if I had, the curtains drawn and everything, like you do at night, then just the sounds of it and everything really upset me. And so on stormy nights, I started just pulling the shades up, and it really worked. And I started to really love watching the storms. But tonight, just going outside and feeling it, because we've had so few storms this year. Since moving out to Midwest 15 years ago, it's like this is the least storms I've seen. But our weather is very, very hot and steamy, and we have all the Canadian wildfires, so the air is oppressive. It's the kind where you change your clothes 3 times a day and you still just feel disgusting. Um, no, you just don't. You're just not comfortable. The air conditioning just can't go enough. But we were supposed to just get a really big storm tonight. It was supposed to have tornado warnings and everything. Yeah, lasted about 20 minutes, and like I say, just sit out there with the kids and just really enjoy it. It was just a cool moment, cool summer moment. We need rain so bad. We had so much flooding, and now we're in a drought. And don't get me wrong, I am more than grateful that we don't have severe storms, like that have happened and have caused damage. I'm not saying anything like that. Please don't think that, like, oh, darn, we didn't get a good storm. Like, oh, I'm grateful. But it's just, we needed a solid storm we're so so behind in our rainfall. It's going to affect the crops. My plants that I planted, thanks to the Cashapp, my little garden is just loving this hot, steamy weather. Gotten two cucumbers now, so thank you to my YouTube community as you invested in me by giving me my Cashapp, and I planted my garden with it. Thank you so much. And I today, the lesson that happened to me today, my blessing of today, is that I saw this sign at one of the nurseries when I was driving home, and it had the 50% off sign. And there is a time of year where all of the hanging baskets do go 50% off. They have a bunch of them all made for Mother's Day and stuff. And after that, they keep them for a while. People, want them for this and that. But then they go 50% off, and you can get some really pretty ones. They're only going to last for a couple months, but still you get to enjoy them for a couple months. So I always wait for that 50% off time. So I saw the 50% off sign go. And, I veer in, it's 2 minutes to 7. I know they close at 7, but I'm like, oh, wow, they must have just marked it down. So I'm going to get a good one. I run over and I get this Bevan, what is it called? I can never remember it. Begonvolia. But, okay, you know what I'm talking about. It's really viney and it's got pretty flowers. And I ran over and I got it. And I'm like, all right. And then I see that the sign says 50% off the herbs. I'm like, no. So I said, oh, I got to put this back. And I said, sorry. And they were like, no, we'll walk it back. We're walking back anyway. And then they had all these strawberries. And they go, yeah, we're closing and everything is fresh picked here. So we can't sell these the next day. We're just going to walk these over to the garbage. And we are walking, your hanging plant back. So if you want these strawberries, instead of us throwing in the garbage, you could have them. I was like, oh my, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I got 9 pounds of strawberries for free. Fresh picked. I'm so happy. I drove home. I was so happy. Now, the only person happier about my strawberry score is Ma Kisses. Oh, big fluffy Ma Kisses. She loves herself the strawberry butts. The green part of the strawberry butt part. She goes freaking crazy. And so, we have to always give her strawberry butts and keep some in the fridge and stuff because she just goes crazy and she'll crave them. So we know when she's wanting them really bad because then she goes through the groceries when we come home. She has to go through with her paws and look through everything. And if there's strawberries, she just starts going crazy on the bag and is crazy ripping into the strawberries. And so she saw those strawberries. I had to get them in the fridge fast. And it's going to be, she's going to be making me wake up in the morning and I'm going to have to sit there. I'm going to cut them all up and I'm going to try and find my mother-in-law. I wish I would have paid attention when I was young because she, would make the most beautiful strawberry pies. Just gorgeous. And we made little miniature strawberry cheesecakes with Nilla wafers in the bottom and then cheesecake filling and then the strawberries, made a strawberry glaze, and she made like strawberry freezer jam and stuff. And I've got to figure out how to do it. Unfortunately, she passed away last fall, my first mother-in-law, and I think sometimes I loved her more than my first husband. Well, it's times like this I really miss her, and it's tough because, when you get divorced and you have to, give up your in-laws too if you like them. It's hard, and you just you go to miss the recipes and those memories and go back and I'm like, gosh, I was, I was just 16 and pregnant, and she would cook up a storm, and my 16-year-old pregnant brain had so many other things, working full time and trying to still do my homework. I was a junior when I got pregnant, the beginning of my junior year. So I try to remember how she did it, but I didn't pay good enough attention, and I didn't have I was very, very shy, and so humble and grateful that um, she let me move in with them instead of being this homeless feral runaway that was pregnant with her son's child. Um, that I didn't feel like I could really get in there and help. It was more of a watching watching her do it, but being too scared to help. I did all the dishes and everything, and I would clean their home in its entirety, before she'd get home from work and everything. If I got home from school early or whatever, I would always try to do things to, you know, earn my keep. But I just didn't, and I don't know. I guess I kind of have to. If I don't know, do you guys know how to make a strawberry pie? Do you know how? Do you think I should YouTube it? You think I should YouTube how to make a strawberry pie? Maybe I should. Do you guys have any recipes that you can suggest? Please post them in the comments, because I am going to be brainstorming as to what I'm going to do with my 9-pound strawberries. So very happy. So, and like I say, my Kisses is going to have strawberry butts forever. Because I'm going to, if I could freeze the strawberry butts. Huh, I don't know. But she's just going to be crazy while I'm cutting them up. I'll take some video for you. You know I will. So, anywho, I was out shopping earlier when I heard this video. Here I'm walking through the grocery store and listening to this video here that I See What You Can't posted, titled "Michelle and Her Mods Were In on the Scams?" Question mark, exclamation mark. Oh yeah, I've been saying since day one that the problem with the winches with wrenches is that they are co-signing for her behavior. They are the ones in there posting that Cash App, while she's sitting there posting the Cash App and running the freaking auction. Can you give me 25? Can you give me 25? Can you give me 30? Can you give me, I got 30. Can I get 40? Can I get a 50? We're going to need 100 over here. We're going to need 100 over here. Nah, so much, 500. I got 500 over here. Now that's good. Okay. Now I don't want to spend that money. Let's go over here for another airline. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here. Can I get you for 800? Can I get you for 800? 99999. Go ahead and give me your email too. All right, we got it. And let's put that money there, and let's not do anything about that. But I don't have any money. I got to get some food. I got to get some food. I said from day one. She's got them in the scam with her. She's reeling them along. This is what she's done all of her life. Conned and scammed her way into getting what she wants, no matter who she walks over in the process. Okay? So, I heard this video, and I may or may not have had an out-of-body experience. Maybe there's a recording with a real-life reaction from maybe me or maybe not me, having an out-of-body experience with emotions to hearing this. And it may or may not be on my community page right now. And if you listen to it, the voice is very much like mine, but I mean, that girl talking, she's smart, but she's got a foul mouth, and the things she says could not be said on a channel that is respectable. So That video is up on my community page, and I may or may not have to review it here. But it's on my community page, and it's something I want Michelle to hear. I want to make real good sure that Michelle listens to it. For others, as long as it's up, because it will be reported and taken down, it's got some profanity in it. We're just going to warn you. So, may or may not have been me. Nonetheless, I came home and I worked out like a freaking beast. I hit a really good streak in my workout and scored really well. And I had to just really physically work out after watching this the first time and saying how I really feel. And now that I worked out like a beast, cleaned the entire freaking house, watched a storm, now I'm ready to sit back down and review this with you all to make sure that as many people can hear this and hear what is said here and what is proven here. Because despite the fact that there have been how many people for 1 year saying exactly what she is doing, she's a con. She's a con woman or a con entity. For all of the people that sit there and put their lives on hold to sit there and try and defend her while she's actively abusing an animal, if she doesn't care that she's abusing an animal in front of people, you think she cares that she's walking all over these people who are strangers to her? You think anybody is really of value to her? Don't you think that, well, she puts all of her life on camera, like the Truman Show, the Michelle Show, that we have yet to see one actual human being sit with her in person and enjoy her company? For a mother of four, that speaks volumes at her age, that we do not see the in-person friends. Okay? Look at the context clues. Look at what is not there. Look at what you see and do not have her words change the truth in front of you. We have great value in the lessons that she has taught us about how horrible and evil greed is. And greed is one of her middle names. One of the many. And I am so sorry to the children. Men, women, animals that she has hurt. But now I started working out as my outlet when some of these things would piss me off, and because I'd have to walk away from my YouTube channel. Because it's not like I could go in the same direction that I was, where, creating things that I like, because the things that I like to talk about and whatnot don't get the views that, because everybody's still watching the shit show. And now that she sees that there's a group of us who are not backing down and do not go back and forth, that we call it out and we honor this channel, I See What You Can't, and all of the other clip channels that have been doing the real work and have put these truths and facts out there. She's leaving YouTube finally. It wasn't enough that YouTube deplatformed her. It had to be that we stood there and we take the hate. And I took over Penelope's videos so that she wouldn't get all of the hate. And I inherited a lot of hate. But to stand for the truth is worth it to me. Because I am married to a veteran and I love my veteran very much. And the veteran community as a military wife, and like I say, the sacrifices that I made so that I wouldn't overly tax TRICARE, with the needs of my family and stuff, the things that, I would go and figure out for myself and stuff so I wouldn't waste a trip to the doctor. I didn't want to put anything more on the taxpayer's dime. My husband was in the military, and I was holding things down at home. So to see her continue to exploit TRICARE and the alimony that she's gotten, which is switching dollars, but it's all in the same government, because if that's coming out of ETN's retirement from the military, that's tax dollars too. I've said for how long that she has food stamps. She showed the food stamps when she had that first interaction, when people first saw her. They were more obsessed with her crater face, but she was doing some fuck shit at a grocery store. She got in a fight with the cashier. I cannot remember all of what went on, but she pulled the wrong card and her EBT card was there. Even if it wasn't there, if every day that she can get up and drive her ass to the taco truck and have a liquid lunch of $30, people do not need to be giving her money for food. What the fuck? Why are people giving her so much? Hope that people are seeing this now. I started working out like a mad dog to handle the emotions and the anger from seeing what she does. And I'm down 11 pounds. Down 11 pounds in 1 month. So that's something very good that's coming out of this. It's very good. I've met a lot of really cool people. For all the hate I've taken, it is worth it in all of the really neat people that I have met. And I really hope that we can start putting things together and go forward with the panels that we're talking about. We're talking about me and when I have my out-of-body experiences, apparently. Because when I started that, I thought that things had stopped and things were stopping in the beginning of May. And I could go forward and do damage control. But as she has continued to hurt people and hurt people and hurt people, I have more hurt people in my emails that I'm doing damage control on in that way, that I cannot move forward. She continues to do her stupid shit. She can only do her stupid shit if there's stupid people giving her money. But to find out that it wasn't just people who were just stupid and seeing what was there. There's people who didn't see, couldn't see, didn't have a chance to see that she was scamming, like a widower. How low can you go to your friend's husband and con him for money? It's disgusting. Here's the problem. I've been watching this for a while, and I don't really know how to show this to you. She's working her whole angle on Facebook. She's trying to get monetized on Facebook to get the stars. She's trying to convince people that she needs the food. She copies and pastes recipes and acts like she just made this recipe. She's trying to come out as Michelle the cook. She uses the green screen, so now she's like copying like Charlotte. Charlotte uses the green screen and she's got like the really pretty background of it looks like, just there's a dream house. It's the green screen. Dave, my friend from the Watts community, he uses the same green screen. So it was funny because him and Charlotte had used the same living room thing. And I was like, wait, they have the same set. Oh, is that green screen? I didn't even realize it was green screen at first for the one living room thing. It was really cool with the piano setting. I don't know if you've seen that one. So yeah, I really like the one that Charlotte uses of the bedroom kind of theme one. It's a blue, kind of similar to the way I did my bedroom. I love this color. It's called well, it's based on the stone Celestine. Celestine. I don't know. Like when you get agates and crack them open, there's this one type of agate crystal called Celestine. And I love that color, and I did my bedroom in that kind of theme. So my bedroom is kind of like the green screen that Charlotte uses. So, of course, how Michelle has to copy people, can't do anything on her own. She's using a green screen of a beautiful kitchen. And then she goes outside and barbecues, acts like she's barbecuing. So she has this whole new group of people on Facebook. Like, wow, you have a beautiful patio. Wow, you have a beautiful house. Wow, yeah, I'd love to watch your cooking. Wow, I'd love to do that. So she goes on the page that she has, or she goes on her actual Facebook profile. And she's asking her real life friends to go and sub up to her page. And she's telling them, all she needs is 1,000 over there, and then she can start getting stars and get monetized on Facebook. And we know where that goes. Okay? So then she's got her own page on that. And now somebody is clowning her, which is funny because they post like they're her. And it's funny. It's a funny page. I posted a thing from it because they'd done this really cute video of Michelle coming home from the quick trip. It was funny, and like I said, somebody's like, "Oh, that's not even her. She doesn't have a camera mounted on her thing, so duh, that's not her." Okay, yeah, it's a satire page. Ever doing that satire page? Okay, right on. But I don't know that enough people are seeing what I'm seeing, and there's not a way for me to show it to you. Let's see. You can find it pretty easily if you go on Facebook. If you go to her main page, it's going to take you there. So her clown page is the MGL Michelle Goes Live. Okay? And like they just wrote something funny. They said, MGL Michelle, oopsie, damn the Apple Gang. They're finding out what a gathering of conniving crows can do. And it has narcissistic. It's kind of funny, right? Okay, this is actually a freaking oh my god, learning the ropes. Oh shit. Okay, who's ever doing this page is freaking hilarious. So who's ever doing that? So her real page is the one where she has all the last names. Okay. So the Michelle, the name of the female dog, and then Montez Abate with the Godsmack thing, and her picture from 20 years ago where she's standing there naked. Well, it's posted as a 22, but it's a picture that was taken of her naked. I don't know if that's when she was running girls or not, but she's got a couple of guys liking that. So, if you go over, she's got this thing here. Maybe what I can do is I can screenshot it and put it on my profile page. So it starts like this. Hey guys, please follow my Facebook page. Just click the link. I'm cooking and sharing random BS stories, etc. I need 1,000 followers to get stars.
trying to leave YouTube and get away from the haters. It may not be for you, but I need to get 1,000 followers to get monetized. Also, please share on your page with friends and family. Thanks in advance. It takes one click of this link. That's it. Much love.
Okay. So then this nice man says, done. Huh, Ed Smith, why are you doing that? So anyway, she has a link to it. Okay. So then she's got her actual page, which is the same name as the clown page. And so it's MGL, Michelle Goes Live. And it's this kitchen cooking thing. It's got her phone number there, Pine Mountain, Georgia, blah, blah, blah. I'm not doxing because she has it all there. Okay. So it's all there. And she has this, that she has a YouTube channel. So she has Michelle _ goes _ live. Okay. And she went live on it, and then it was taken down. So then she goes and she copied and pasted a thing for stuffed peppers. Okay. And then the thing says barbecue shrimp scampi over pasta, crescent rolls, goosey cake. Not saying anything about what that means. But then, you got a sucker that says, looking forward to your show, Michelle. And then the next thing, it's a green screen. So if the green screen is including the robe that she's wearing, because I don't understand why, if you are showing this beautiful kitchen behind you, you would wear a robe. So maybe the green screen part is the robe too. Or no, because she's got her arm there. So for whatever reason, she decided to promote her cooking thing in a robe, cozy robe, and she recorded something about, that she's gonna be doing her cooking show, and it's got, this kitchen back there. It's got the exhaust. That I love that exhaust thing, and you guys, I'm acting like you guys can see it. I had to have that in my house. I was like, I didn't care about how the whole entire house was built, but I was like, I need that thing. I need that in my kitchen. And the year after, our house was built 3 years ago. And so we were just there. We just were in that little cusp where they had started doing this thing where you can get water out of the wall for your stovetop. So her green screen has that. So it looks like she's just this nice woman living in like an $800,000 home, with the most modern of everything, and this beautiful pan and everything behind her, some fresh sliced bread. And of course she has to fuck it up and be in a gross robe. But she already has people saying, what's your YouTube channel? I can't find it. So then she'll post a YouTube and it'll be there, not found. Okay. So people keep asking, well, what's your YouTube? What's your YouTube? And then she'll put it, she'll put one, and then it won't be there, but she doesn't explain. So then in the next picture, she has it like a different thing. She didn't use the green screen, but she has it tilted enough that you could think it's the same kitchen. Okay. Based on beige cupboards. So you don't see all of her gross shit that she does. You see kind of the nice angle of it, of the house. And so then she's got somebody from Scotland, ooh, live, yummy cooking, and another person, slay. And you know, and then it says here, and this is going to play into what I'm going to show you guys in this video that I see what you can't caught. Because here we have her in an absolute lie again. Because right here she has it posted May 18th at 6:57 p.m. Unboxing my butcher box. Chicken piccata, spinach salad, homemade raspberry vinaigrette dressing. Okay? There's going to be something about this butcher box in this video. So this is really becoming very interesting. So then this person says, I didn't see all the ingredients you mixed in the piccata sauce. Did you use capers? Anytime that I've gotten the chicken piccata, it had capers and a little thicker sauce. Not judging yours, I just thought I'd share how we eat it where I live. It looked good. And then the next person says, why'd you take down your live? I missed it. And she says, oh, I didn't. It takes time to post. Okay, so you see what she's doing? She's building a whole new group of suckers to scam. Okay, now the next one, she's got that weird, you know how Penelope is Lane talked about how she had that weird ferret look when her head kind of leaps forward. And she's next to the barbecue, so it looks like, oh, she's this nice woman barbecuing against this side of the house that has all of the black buildup from the barbecue all over the siding, mixed with nicotine all over it. And let's see what she say.
Working side by side on my stream. I'm gonna see maybe right next to each other. So, there you go. So you can kind of both see. Making jokes with my mods, and I was like, "Watch my gas grill be out of gas." I went to start my grill, and I went click 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 click, and it wouldn't start. If you guys don't mind, you can move over to my Facebook. I would really appreciate that. If you're not on my Facebook, I can drop a link for you guys and you can move over there. My Weber grill. I did not realize. I was like, how am I going to go upstairs and downstairs and cook things? Never cooked downstairs, right? And then I decided to one up it. I was like, you know what? People say I can't cook. So I decided I'm going to cook everything on my gas grill today. How do you like that? I'm going to cook an entire meal on this gas grill. How do I drop the link? I'm going to have to come off a stream for a second and I will drop my link. Hold on one second. See if I can do that.
It's got some gray hair. Ooh, you can really see the balding at this.
Copy.
Ooh. Ooh, these are good screenshots I'm getting. Ooh. You happen into a better person. You are turning gray and bald.
Hang on, guys. Is anything up?
You idiot. You idiot. You're trying to scam a whole new group of people.
That's not the thing. Hang on. Can somebody drop it for me?
Yeah,
I need my mods. Help me. Help me. Help me.
oh, and this must be before the Botox because she has all of those dents.
There's somebody else. made up a new face. Okay. Somebody's gonna.
She just saw.
I'm gonna have to turn my volume down somehow.
She just saw that her page got cloned.
I can hear this. Getting feedback. This is weird. I'm getting feedback from my other phone. I hope you cannot hear it. So, I think I just have to somehow not be watching my live. Hang on a second.
Okay, so she's doing this. Well, she's doing her now Facebook. So she was going to try and stream on Facebook Live and YouTube Live so that she could be having her mods be pimping her channel.
See me live on my Facebook?
Yes, unfortunately, you can still see you.
Or did I end my video? I can't see what I'm doing.
So she's got 3 idiots saying, "Oh, found you. Oh, okay. Wait, what are we cooking today? Oh, 4. Yep." My God, she ruined the whole.
Jake is sneezing. He's downstairs. It is kind of crazy.
Why is your dog sneezing? Oh, and here's another sucker. Hi.
Okay. So we're going to step it up a notch, right?
8.
We're going to step it up a notch.
Oh,
People,
and somebody says, "How is your dog?"
We're going to do everything from scratch. We're going to act like we are camping.
Oh, act like we're
I
camping.
need to adjust this camera. It's not on me. God, it's streaming from 2.
Oh, poor you. You fuckwad.
Hold on.
All right.
Now I'm streaming
Okay.
from 2 cameras.
All right, I'm streaming from 2 cameras.
Really see
Okay.
the comments?
So, now we understand she's got 2 phones. Okay? I cannot believe that she pulled this. When it was proven when she tried to go and take ETN to court to pull some shit and act like he tried to get the gate code, which I told you guys it was a lie, it was a scam. People were like, "No, her life is in danger. She's a domestic violence victim." No, for every domestic violence victim that is out there that is truly suffering, and you have some ass clown pulling this, I'm sorry. Anyway, we saw that ETN had been paying every fucking bill, including her cell bill. Okay? Keep track of this. Every fucking bill, including her cell phone bill. She didn't have one fucking thing she's had to pay for how many years? And that means that her full SSDI, her money she gets from whatever, her food stamps, she's still been getting those food stamps. She had that EBT card at least 9 months ago when she had that thing, and we first discovered all the craters on her face, and people were really focused on that. But I was focused on because she gave her, like, the cashier the wrong thing, was bitching at her about it not working. Saw that she had food stamps then. I said it then. I've said it consistently. I have said it. I've said it. I've said it. So when she sits there and tries to work that angle, she needs food. She wants cash. And if you give her a gift card, she's going to go and get it, cash out of it, so that she can go and buy her cigarettes and her drugs and her alcohol, which is all that has ever mattered to her. And all of the idiots have went out there and paid for it. They've done this. And you know what we're going to see in this? She mooched money saying that ETN didn't pay her cell phone bill. She had copies of the bill. It's because she has 2 fucking phones so that she could pull this off. So, well, we've been making progress in getting her deplatformed from YouTube for her horrible scams and misuse of the YouTube community and the breaking of the terms of service. She got another phone. So then she had the 2 phones where she was making all of the accounts with. And she's streaming live on Facebook. Well, she's streaming live, and she has her mods sitting there pimping her Cashapp for them, for her. How do these mods have nothing else to do in their life other than to sit there and back her up? She would not have the credibility she does if she did not have people standing there begging with her. How fortunate has this turned out for Michelle? That she's done this, and how many people has she hurt? How many people were doxxed, their personal safety compromised? Were they victims of identity theft? Who knows what? Because that was her big game in the beginning, and she had all these people doxing for her and everything because they believed she was a victim of domestic violence, just a nice lady trying to get a start. And they did it to spite Molly. Molly's the one with the money and the means to actually take this bitch down. And I don't know why she hasn't. I really don't. I am no fan of Molly, y'all know that. But Molly should do something about this little pest. She should have her husband, international man of mystery, seriously help her file a definite lawsuit. Because Michelle cost her channel. Now I know that Molly was doing things. I know blah 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 blah. But the same people who were doing the same things that Molly were doing are still there. Molly isn't because of what Michelle did. No fan of Molly's. Y'all know that. But is it right that Michelle played the victim for Molly calling this out for what it was and Molly trying to put boundaries up? And then people saying that, oh, mean Molly, big mean Molly, big mean Molly. Here, let's go and give you all the money. Let's give you all the money. Let's give you all the money because big mean Molly did this to you. When Molly was right in asserting her boundaries, saying, this is a weird ass stalker who wants to wear my skin and do everything that I do and become me. She wants everything that I have. And people were like, now, blah, blah, blah. Well, here you go. And like I say, it's culminating with Michelle going and doing a meet and greet that she had people pay for. While she's sitting there begging for food, she has food stamps. She doesn't eat the food that she makes. She does not eat that gross, disgusting shit that she makes. She doesn't know how to cook. She doesn't eat it. She's sitting there trying to cook because it's making people believe the scam that she is buying food with the money. So then they're like, well, no, she bought the food. Well, you know what? How many times she got money for that food? So, oh, great. She got $800 to put on one little cooking show for you. So how many bottles of alcohol, cases of cigarettes, and drugs does she get? Just put on this song and dance, acting like she's doing a cooking show. So everybody's like, yay, she's going to have a cooking channel. She's going to be famous, blah, 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 blah. And you know what? Because I helped her, she's going to help. She's going to help anybody. She never has. She was lying. She bought another phone, had you guys all paying for it, so that she could start building up this YouTube community, doing the same fuck shit she was doing on YouTube. She didn't learn anything. She doesn't lose any sleep over all of the people that she has hurt. I feel so bad for Nux, number one, because Nux really was fair and would not believe what she did. Deets and Nux, they sat there and they were like, you know what? Hey, we're just going to do the good, and we're going to go and make sure that, she's getting care and help her with some food and stuff. And they put their lives on hold and made arrangements, especially Nux made arrangements for her children to have, I don't know, did she homeschool? I don't think Nux has a lot, but Nux was willing to give what she had. And what she had to give was time. And she offered to do all that, but you know what? It wasn't good enough for Michelle. She wanted Ski. She was asking for help and begging for help because she wanted a man. No man's going there. Not even Ski, who lives in mother's bathroom. And his demographic of women that he goes after are middle-aged women on SSDI, from what I've heard. And he wouldn't even take on this bitch. Okay? He knew what he was doing. But she knows what she's doing. And this is the problem. That while you all have been sitting there watching her thinking that she just needs food and making sure she gets it and people feeling sorry for poor little Michelle, she's playing everybody. She's building up her YouTube channel. I mean, her Facebook channel. I mean, her YouTube channel. I mean, her Facebook channel. Both. So she's saying she doesn't have money for food, but she actually just bought a new phone and now has 2 cell phone services being paid for by enablers. So that she could have 2 phones filming while she's pretending to know what the fuck she's doing cooking. They ruined it. Like I say, I act like you guys can see me here or see what I'm talking about. But you'll see that they did not move, probably her. I don't think ETN would have done this, but I don't know. But the siding is covered in black soot from the barbecue. You should have the barbecue in the way that it goes to the fresh air area. You should not have the barbecue on the side of the siding. Since ETN is an actual insurance agent and stuff, he probably knows this shit. And if she's an insurance agent or was for 2 weeks, she should know the safety things and not have the barbecue on the side of that siding right there. Put it on the other side. So she's sitting there cooking or whatever she's doing on the barbecue, and then she has to brag to her new community of people that she forgot that she has a kitchen downstairs also. She's never cooked down there. Oh, didn't she cook that nasty ass raw rib thing down there? Because the other kitchen was all slovened up from the other gross shit that she had. That nasty rotting seafood shit. Now what about the bats and the rats? This is what she's doing. She's getting a whole nother thing. And Facebook won't put up with it. Most people get kicked off of Facebook for their scams right away. And they come to YouTube. So this won't last. But it has been going on. And I was hoping that other people were going to shut it down. So what happened, which is funny, is that on this live, she's cooking pork ribs. On this live is that she went to go and put a link to her channel. And it was the joke page, the person who's clowning her, making the exact same name page and making it look like it's her that's posting. And so she's like, oh, somebody, she couldn't say it because she doesn't want her new community of suckers to know what's happened to her. So it's important that Facebook gets the message before she gets too many new suckers. She's got quite a few new men, it seems, that she's got interested in her cooking. And that's, of course, what she's, hoping for. So we got to Trey. We got to ETN. We've saved those men from giving her money and letting them know that there are good women out there that would never ask you for a frickin' dime. And Michelle, you're frickin' ass. God, I don't want to have another out-of-body experience. Oh, asshole. Frick shit. All right, anyway. Okay. All right. You don't want to. All right. I'm going to keep my shit together here, and we're going to watch this now. We're going to go ahead. We got thunder and lightning out there. And we're going to go ahead and review this and see how long I have. We're going to see how long I have power. So on my community page, where that message is from that really smart person who wrote that message that needs to get to Michelle. If you listen to it, remember it's got profanity because that person had just watched this video So you may have the same reaction when you watch this video as that person who is on the recording who sounds a lot like me, but I don't know if it's me or not. Anyway, here we go. I'm going to do my best to not have a big freaking shit fit while I watch it this time around, okay? Here we go. We're going to do this together. We're going to hold hands. We're going to watch this. Here we go, okay? Together now. Kumbaya, my lord. And I see what you can't. Like I say, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much for getting the important information out there. Thank you for letting me do commentary on it. And your videos are flawless. You put everything together so beautifully. As I said, you've done such a good job chronicling what she's done that as your videos get shown, people will be able to go and see. So what you have done is you have helped so many more possible future victims of Michelle by the hard work that you have done. You and the other clip channels. You've done the real work. And those who have continued to speak out on her and not wavered, because we all knew she was not going to change. She just wanted us to pull our stuff down so that it wouldn't be there. So when she goes and creates a whole new group of suckers like she has been and is gaining traction, they wouldn't find this. Well, the work is done. And now it's important that people on YouTube share to their friends on Facebook so that they are not scammed by her new Facebook shit. Here we go.
Hey, everyone, welcome back for another highly interesting clip. So, Lisa read out loud a few of the messages from the group chat Michelle had with some of her mods. The date in focus is May 9th. As you may know by now, May 9th is the day Michelle received $300 from Trey for her first order of Butcher Box. What we also know is, on that same
$300. She made Trey give her $300. Why? Because he's a widower to somebody who was her friend? And when his wife was dying, she pretended like she was dying too, so that all of the attention from his wife really dying will go on Michelle? And Michelle really wasn't dying, and she was posing as ETN, so she caused him even more hurt, confusion, and pain, so that then she could go like the vulture that she is and exploit him in this way. What the? Oh, God, I don't want to have another out-of-body experience.
day, Michelle went live and begged for money towards the order of Butcher Box.
If you would please send me cash apps. I'm trying to bulk buy some food. 4 or 5 months, and it's like $300. That sounds expensive, but it's food for me for about 4 or 5 months.
Okay, so this was by Lord Twat Waffle. Well, that's the Countess, isn't it? And then here's the thing, is that the Countess, I guess, is, gaining some popularity because she's came forward with more of the receipts. It does not change the fact that she helped scam. And she did this. And so she was sending these messages to her mods saying, looks like I order my meat too. Do not tell anyone I got that money. I want to order it again in 2 weeks. I'll probably have meat for almost a year. Good. That'll be a relief and some comfort. Good. I won't say a word. Why does she not want the other people? Because she doesn't want people to know that she has the money, because she's not actually using it for that.
Not disclosing to her subs, she already had that money in her Venmo account. What we didn't know until recently is Michelle had told her main mods not to disclose the truth about the money she already had raised, so she could continue to deceive and scam money from people who were willing to help her. Let's listen.
We read those, how she told Tara not to say anything, not to say anything. So then she says, if I can afford to bulk 4 to 6 months of meat for my deep freezer. Somebody says, she says, I'm going to go apply for food stamps in the next few weeks when my alimony gets cut. Somebody says, that's a great idea. She goes, Michelle says, if I can afford to bulk 4 to 6 months of meat for my deep freezer, then I can use it to buy side.
Okay. Now, look at this. This is when she was scamming. And she had, this is when Lisa C had seen the light. I see. Or wait. Oh, this is on Bot's channel. I see. I see. Don't nobody want that pounded Arby's beef traps. Okay. So okay. I get it. This is coming out of there. So Bot is reading. Okay. So Countess sent stuff to get Bot on her side. I get it. Okay. So the bottom line is that Countess still did this and lied to all of us and cosigned instead of getting out of it and saying, hey, look, she hasn't stopped drinking. As a former alcoholic myself, I'm concerned for her. So the fact that she is not actually sober makes me not willing to stand here and gaslight everybody else. But no, she still did it. So, all right.
And one of them tells her, you'll be able to get food stamps. And she says, but I need to come up with money to order the bulk meat. And then one of the mods says, right, I remember when you and I were both in chat as supporters before we were I know that means nothing. And Michelle says, Veronica uses the meat service. And somebody said, and the 8-week order lasts her and her husband, I won't say her husband's name, 6 months.
Okay, here's my problem, is that if you know that you are not going to have a house, then why would you be hoarding 1 year's worth of meat that needs to be frozen? Does that make sense? When you don't know if you are going to have a home, why would you hoard, and you only live alone, why would you hoard 1 year's worth of beef? Did that ever sound logical? This is her scam, and that's how she was getting that. So people would think, oh, well, we're just setting her up with food and everything, so she'll be all set up, because when his alimony goes and everything. She's getting alimony because she abused somebody? Because she abused a veteran? She gets rewarded? She gets reward money for being an abuser? She gets reward money for being on probation for all of her DUIs and continue to DUI every day? And people think that they're giving her money for food. She didn't use that money for food. Okay? Here I am, literally me, in my freaking life. Even with my kids, we would never put 1 year's worth of meat in the freezer because things happen. I had my full freezer until 5 days ago. And of course, what happens in the summer? Things are working harder with this damn heat and everything. Garage freezer that has my meat, that has everything that I've prepared and pureed and put in, and my stews and soups and everything I've made and prepared. And the fucking freezer went out. I just lost my whole supply of food and had to use the money that I had put aside for something else to now buy a new damn freezer. And I'm going to have to buy a new damn food. And it's going to take me a long time to stock up to what I had. And I have a house. And my freezer's 10 years old. I've had that thing fixed 3 times. So this time I can't put money back into fixing it. So I had to do that. So lost the food. And lost all of the time and everything that I put into the food prep that I do to try to save money. And it hurts. But that's the reality. That's why you don't put 1 year's worth of meat in particular, because these things happen. And I'm not facing being evicted from my home on a divorce thing. So these people, this was their scam that they were running with. And they were standing by watching her do this to people. Countess was standing there watching her do this and then bitching to Michelle about anybody who said anything about her or her. And causing hate and discontent on how many other channel creators, how many channels are down, how many people who used to be friends are no longer friends because of the devastation that she's brought on this bullshit food scam that people were stupid enough to believe for a second, that doesn't make sense in the logical world. They knew that she was not going to have a house. They knew she doesn't have a plan for a fucking house. She should have been applying for Section 8 so that it would only take a portion of her SSDI, and then she would have that. She has money from the government so that she can have food, housing, everything. She's one person. There is no reason that she should be given money of any kind because she's an addict in active addiction. But she has every single form of financing by our tax dollars. She has to think of something else. And this food thing made sense to people? Are you fucking kidding me? Ugh. Shocking. Shocking.
And then it says, they talk about some rogue mod. And then she says, again, she goes, look how much meat. That's she sends a picture and says, look how much meat. That's 4 to 5 months of food. I need to come up with a 318. Yeah, I see that, but what about the 17th? I think you should wait to see what happens in court, they told her. And she says, I'm not getting evicted. And
okay, Crafting Through Life is right here and says, as far as I'm concerned, Tara would be considered as an accessory to the scamming. Exactly. Why is she getting a free pass? Because she decided that, you know what? Oh no, I could be getting more money by coming over here and mooching for me and my kid.
And Lisa says, amen. And then somebody told her a lot of supermarkets offer monthly meat plans, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, and Michelle says, and even if I get more alimony, I have food.
Okay, and then it says Veronica doesn't beg strangers for the money, though. But when Veronica's over there being a wench with a wrench for her, she is begging. They're all begging together. So let's put this a different way. Okay, because Michelle is an admitted pimp. She ran girls. Had them go and sell themselves and give her a cut of it for her hooking them up with the men, getting the motels or whatever, make it, because she knows all the motel people and everything, yeah, that's how. And running her scams. So you got a pimp who lost custody of her kids from her abuse and abused yet another man and it took out his soul, wiped her ass with it, and then set it on fire. And now is begging because what she has fully funded, which some people be very grateful for. I understand that living on a budget is tough, believe me. And I understand that living on a budget with SSDI is very, very difficult. But she's not even trying, folks. She has that, and she begs like this on the day that her account is there, all full. She's doing it to get money for her drugs and alcohol and cigarettes because it scares her to death that she's not going to have enough money for her drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes. So why are people doing this? I have never seen a more enabled addict. And what in the hell are these people thinking that are doing this with her? When Tara saw this, that she's still scamming, when Tara saw this and knew damn well that Michelle was lying. So what if she's shown it? So what if she shows, I was stealing with her. How much of a cut did Countess get for doing this for Michelle? Huh? She did. Exactly.
Food.
But remember, Countess is being rewarded handsomely by exploiting her daughter with that. But anyway,
to save money for other things. Food stamps to help, and will definitely go to a food pantry.
So it says she's got 4 months of meat and she's been eating hot dogs for last week. I thought she didn't like hot dogs. Well,
at least you'll have your food taken care of.
I think you misunderstood. I think somebody said she smells like hot dog water. Anyway.
She says exactly. And then she says, well, we will have to see if people can chip in. When can we go live? And Michelle says, but I need to come up with the money at one time. At 2:30 tomorrow, we can go live. And then she says this. She says, my phone bill is going to be $110 a month. I have 106 put away aside for it in 2 weeks. I have 106 put aside for it in 2 weeks of cash apps that I'm not touching.
Okay. So there she goes. She admits right there, I have 106 put away aside for it, for the cell phone bill, and 2 weeks of cash apps I'm not touching. So she has a full account of SSDI. Food stamps, everything, having no bills. So she should have a year and a half worth of SSDI in that freaking bank account and all of the money that everybody's been giving her because she's not been responsible for one bill, not even her cell phone bill. So she went and got another damn cell phone bill so she can show a receipt for people so they'll pay for it, not knowing the ETN is, of course, paying for a cell phone bill because he got stuck with everything. And I don't know why, other than the fact that this man was beaten down at nothing. And he does what everybody else comes to the point of. Just give her money so she'll go away. But the bitch isn't going away. She will never go away. She will never go away until and if the truth about her comes out. This is a pimp. This is a child abusing pimp, child abusing, veteran abusing, widower abusing, pet abusing pimp.
So I'm good for that if on the first he disconnects me. I won't have money by tomorrow. It's Wednesday. And they're, this is the part you missed. So she asked one of her mods back here.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. I'm going to go back a little bit and see what is said here because this is important over here. Let me see. And then food stamps. I thought you was above that. I don't know what they're saying because Michelle's been on food stamps.
Back here.
She probably sells them. Okay. So Lucky Lady, I stand with the bot, says she definitely lied about food stamps on her last live, saying her Jeep and house they told her are worth too much. Lisa, I'm going to go to my local office Monday to prove she's lying. Okay. So she had the EBT card. She has food stamps. Was it an old EBT card? Blah, 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 blah. And when she hears this, of course, she's going to want to prove it. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let's even take that away. She still lied and lied and lied, and that is not what the money is being used for. And why the fuck would you give somebody a year's worth of meat if you know that they're not going to be looking at having a damn house to have a freezer, an extra freezer to go in? Has she gotten movers yet? Has she gotten some boxes? She's starting to pack up? Now, she's going back and forth saying she's going to apply. She gets ideas from people. So she got the idea about getting the butcher box from Veronica, it sounds like. So she's like got this hollow brain that then somebody suggests something and then she thinks, oh yeah, I could get people to pay for that for me. But she's not actually going to buy that. But then she gets that person to think, oh, I've made them think that they had a good idea, like a little light bulb over their head. So then they'll help me get it. So they'll help me get the money to get it. So give me the money and then I'll get it. And of course she doesn't get it. This is what we're talking about. She conned all the people into giving her this thing where she could get unlimited flights for $3.99, and she needed them because she needed to go and get her insurance thing and blah, 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 and raise the money for all of that. And then, oh, she didn't get it. And the next night, she's begging for airfare again because, oh, she's got to go get a certification for this. And like I busted it out and showed you all. No, she's already been an insurance agent. Ruined it. Can never be one again. She's lying. She's lying. And especially if you're a person who's had 2 strokes at such an early age, do you think that they would certify you to be going up on 2- and 3-story houses on roofs like she says? Do you think that they'd sign off on that? Not likely, right? So if you use her own lies against her, then what happens? She would say, well, Trey said I had a stroke, just like she said when she was trying to say she had a stroke. Well, why would Trey say that she had a stroke? Because she told Trey that she had a stroke. But she was pretending to be ETN. Huh. Just like maybe I was pretending to be somebody else and did a real rant about her and is posted on my community page to make sure she gets the freaking message, because I don't know if she's going to get the message. You know what I mean? Get it?
Oh, so Lisa C says, I won't have money by tomorrow. It's Wednesday and short notice. I just spent money on an airline ticket, or I would help. What about Valley Girl, or Veronica, or Van Life? I'm just trying to think. And Michelle says, Van Life.
And there you go. Because this chick's very, very smart here. She says, a Sweet Pea says, it's just one scam after another. She's been doing this her whole life. I think she truly thinks she's hot and uses it to get attention. She's using that money on substances, legal and illegal. Exactly, Sweet Pea. And then Country Girl says, I pay less than that for 2 phones, laughing, because it is a scam. But like I say, she got another whole thing. And that's how she was making so many channels too. She had 2 freaking phones going at any one time. So then she had a whole new phone number. So she'd get verified and have the codes going verified and back and forth and blah, 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 blah. She knows what she's doing.
Or Veronica, or Van Life. I'm just trying to think. And Michelle says, Van Life and Valley Girl is stuck up Ski's ass. And Michelle says, I'm going to beg Veronica. And she goes, and then Michelle says, remember Cybergirl? I'm going to beg her and probably Nux.
Listen to this. She sits there and rattles us off with her mods. I'm going to go. What about Van Life? What about Nook? Yeah, I'm going to go and beg, and I'm going to beg. So then she goes after them individually and begs, hey, I just need food. Fucking ETN didn't give me my alimony this month, and I don't have any food, and I'm hungry. And, the dogs don't have any food and everything, and if you just help me out, I'm going to beg. She goes and puts all that pressure on people. So then they take them, because no one's getting by right now. It's hard on everybody. And so people make sacrifices to give to her. And is she thankful? Is she going to give it back? Is she going to be there when they need something? No, she's a pimp.
This is coming right off her messages. I'm going to beg Cybergirl. I'm going to beg Veronica. Remember Cybergirl? I'm going to beg her and probably Nux.
Okay. And then Luna says, I was livid at 2 of a kind. We were so kind to her. Then she comes on talking to Bot like a dog. It would show me that the reason why she was friends with Michelle, though. Okay. Who talked to her like she was a dog? You guys are going to have to tell me if you guys know. And then Luna says, I think they didn't like it because you were sharing an audience with them and sometimes their subs were here when she was live. Not sure. Maybe are you guys talking about Cuntus? Let me see.
Thank you, Showrax, for the Cashapp. Says catching up on 2 speed. Glad you're back. Yeah, she said Nux. Yep.
Yep, she said Nux. And that's the thing. She had disrespected Nux how badly. So that, Nux would go and read her papers while she's sleeping and do weird things in her house and stuff. She doesn't want Nux in her house. And now she wants to beg and beg and beg and beg and beg and beg and beg until she gets money. Because all she ever wanted out of Nux is money. All she ever wanted out of Deeds is money. All she ever wanted out of anybody is money. And that's when her own mom tried to tell her, it's not all about money. You need to do this. You need to do this. So what'd she do? She went and ran to grandpa and grandpa and grandpa. So she learned to her mom, if you're not going to give me what I want, I'm going to go to your dad and I'm going to get what I want. So then she sat there and ruined the relationship between her own mother and her father. Because she knew that grandpa would give her the money every fucking time.
And then
Cybergirl
she
is
said,
her pay pig. Ooh.
She'd cover my phone bill. And then somebody said, good, take her up on that. And then Michelle says, the orders ship every 8 weeks. If I can get 2 to 3 orders covered, I'll be good.
She said she's going to dinner with Cybergirl tomorrow. So Cybergirl is some chick giving her money. Ooh.
For a year. And then they're talking about Okay, here we go. Then they're like, Veronica turns me on
Okay. Oh my God, she's eating dinner with Cybergirl Sunday. I thought then she's going to get money from her, I bet. Oh my God.
to it. She said it's a great service. And then Michelle says, I'm going to ask two of my guy friends as well, Trey and Jay.
Trey and Jay. I'm going to ask two of my guy friends as well. I'm going to ask Trey and Jay for some money too.
And then Tara says, do you have any Aldi?
Okay. And then it says, wait, the Cybergirl that offered to take her to dinner, she was texting about how she's going to rip her off. Alert, alert, Cybergirl. Cybergirl, Cybergirl. She's bragging about how she's going to rip you off for cash.
Or Lighty by you, Michelle. I shop it out for a lot of things to save money and like them a lot. Aldi is great. Trader Joe's, blah, blah, blah. And then she says, she sends a copy of the text, right? Oh, yeah, Raina, that's good. So then she sends, this is May 9th. You guys, this is May 9th, by the way, okay? So then she sends a copy of the text that she sends to Trey and Jay. This is which she sent to Trey and Jay. It says, hey, this really sounds fucked up. I need help with groceries.
So she sends this same thing to Trey and Jay. So she does not tell Trey or Jay that she's asking both Trey and Jay for the same thing. Two separate men begging and begging and begging, saying the ETN fucked her out of the alimony and didn't give her alimony this month. So she needs food. She needs food. She needs food. And she says they're bragging to her mods about what she's doing, and all the people she's sitting there asking and asking and asking for money and begging for money. And it's this big fucking bagathon. What in the fuck?
I know you weren't rolling in money, but ETN screwed me out of my alimony for the past 2 months. I need groceries and dog food. Do you think you can spot me like $300 for the food for the next 2 weeks? Somehow I'll figure out how to pay you back, Jay. I'm so sorry to ask. So she sent that to Jay. No, Jay is the young gardener guy. And so then Lisa C says,
Okay. Okay. So her gardener is Jay, so she's begging money from her gardener?
wait, did he scam you out of alimony?
Wait. It says, is Jay Valley Girl's son?
And then, Michelle says, yeah.
He's the young army guy? Jay is the young military guy? Oh, God, somebody's got to warn him. Oh, no. No, she sees him. She knows how those military guys are paid. She's probably looked up his rate and rank and seen how much exactly he gets and when he gets paid and how. Oh, my God. Somebody find Jay's mama and sick Jay's mama on this fucking scam.
Oh, sorry, I missed the part. Oh, she said, oh, and two people in my chat said that they were going to cover my phone bill. If so, the second $110 can go towards my light bill and cell bill. So she said she already has the money for her cell phone bill for 2 months. But two people in her chat and Hips and Lips said they'd cover it. So that's 3 months of cell phone bill money she's getting.
What? And light for her money that she's saying is for her cell and light. Who the fuck does Michelle think she is? ETN paid all of those bills. ETN was never late with his alimony. So we know none of that is true. So what has she done with all of the money that she's had for the year and a half, having no bills and getting full SSDI and food stamps and every other damn thing, with all of her bills paid? What the? Are you kidding me? Who does she think she is? Who does she think she is? I've never seen evil like this. This is evil.
Getting.
Monkey Mar, wait. Bad medicine. See how Michelle ignores me and I pay her damn bills? I'm not even a mod, LOL, and I don't want a mod for anybody. Geesh, I feel used. That's why, because there was that other person in the last thing I reviewed who was saying, Michelle, don't listen to them. Michelle, don't listen to them. Michelle, pay attention to the people who are here. Pay attention to Michelle. Michelle, make me a mod and I'll do this. And then you could tell that, okay, well, I'm going to walk away. Oh, you're still paying attention to them. And then another person came in under another username, started saying the same thing. So she's got people in there who aren't even her mods. They can hope to be a mod one day if they give her enough money, apparently. Whatever entrance fee is to that. I cannot believe this. And she's buying drugs with the money. The fuck?
But she says, if they both do it, I'll just set it up towards my light bill. But then Lisa C says, did he scam you out of alimony? And Michelle goes, no. I just need the $300 for the food box, LOL. And then she says, it worked. That's Trey, waiting on Jay. There's my food. We still need to milk more money. I have an electric bill and my phone. And then Lisa C says, I don't think you should say ETN scammed you. If they liked you and have it, I'm sure they'd help. So thankfully she says something. And then Michelle says, no. I sent 2 separate texts. But what about the puppy food? There's my milk order. I have an electric bill and a phone bill. My subs will help. I need to make sure I'm taken care of. Haha. At least I know I'm being taken care of for a few months. I'll have food at least.
This is ridiculous. You know what? I've been holding on to something for a freaking while. Holding on to it for a while. You know what? And all of this is just giving me the freaking... I keep having these out-of-body experiences, and I'm going to have to drop something right here. Hold on. I need a drink of some lemonade here. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to tell you a little something, people, because I've reached the level of pissed offness. I'm having another out-of-body experience, and I'm going to read something here that was sent to me a while ago from a certain person who wrote something February 2004 in a forum about anabolic steroids. And it is an email that is well known as hers, as she has everything connected to something called Shez. So if you see something like, because she does all these things based on the phrase, she's all that. So she spells it SHEZALTHAT in this one. There are multiple different emails and such that have links to what she does. And her PayPal is the she's. She's got all this she's all that. But she signs as Michelle as well. And you know what? I might have to pop a copy of this up on my community page too. But I'm going to read it to you right now. So on 2/28/2004, Michelle writes, Gear and Women. And for those of you who are unaware, the term gear is a safe word for steroids.
Hi guys, don't know if any of the older people may have gravitated here from anabolics.com or freakymuscle.com. The sites are both down. It's been a while since I posted on any kind of forum containing AS. I have some information for the guys that did know that Trim 14 and me, something happened to us. We just lost a child to SIDS. And doctors are saying that it could be linked to all of the gear we did in the past. I'm not anti-gear. Been there, done that. Just trying to get in touch with some older members. I can give them a link we made for our son. Don't want to post it here. I remember the juveniles that were associated with the other sites, and I don't want our son to be a joke for youngsters who have nothing better to do than pick. Anyway, my email addy is she's all that 444
MSN.com. Michelle. Yeah, keep pissing me off, bitch. Keep pissing me off. Things are going to keep coming out of me and these out-of-body experiences. So she used to do roids. How much money do steroids cost? So she knew then in 2004, the doctors were saying that she may have caused the loss of life of her own son because of the steroids that her and her husband did. Bam!
I'm
Let's
waiting
play
here
some
for
more.
Jay. I have 1 month of cell bill saved too. She forgets 10 minutes ago she said she had 2 months of cell phone bill and 3 people ready to pay it. And they said, that's, Lisa says, that's awesome. And she goes, and I am so depending on my subs to help me the next few months. I really need it. If I can get another $300, that's pretty much enough meat for a year. If I get food stamps, it'll cover the side. That'll be perfect. I think late last night, I had 2 people offer to pay my phone bill. If both of them pay, one of them will go towards my light bill. And then she goes, I know I can get a sub to drop money to ship me dog food, but I will still ask for the food and dog food again. And they said, gotcha. And she goes, they do not know I got my food paid for. Please don't say anything. I need to make sure my bills are covered for a month or 2. Good. The less people know, the better. You should look into those dono alerts again. There's some way they tie into donation goals. I'm not entirely sure, but the whole thing that Ski Control used to use, the TTF. It's popular with the IP2 community. And then she says, can't hurt. And then the next day they're talking, and she gets mad because she freaks out and she says, I'm done. I'm sick of it. I quit. There's no MGL. No one wants to help anymore. I build all these accounts myself. I have no more phone numbers. I'm not begging. I don't make a cent, and I constantly get put down. It's no longer worth it. I have to find a way to build another channel because I don't have any more phone numbers. Zero money, being called a meth head. I'm a piece of mother. I'm finally fucking done, and I don't have a phone number. Somebody please give me a phone number. I can't make an account without a phone number. I'm done. I can't even make a new account. It's no longer worth it. I need a new phone number. That's just a little piece of that.
And now Seeing Lies over here says she needs consequences. Enough is enough. I agree. And why don't y'all look at my community page? Because I just posted out that another receipt there that I just read off. So you know what? The receipt there about the roids is there. And again, below that is that out-of-body experience that may or may not be me with my true reaction to what I heard here. But we'll just keep going and keep it nice tabby here.
February. I'm sorry, not February. May 9th. She got 671 out of Trey. May 9th. Right?
What? In the fuck? So Trey wrote this in the comments. Says people get a screenshot showing the purchase of what they donate to her. Bullshit. I gave her $300 for groceries and never saw a picture of or a receipt for the alleged butcher box of meat that she supposedly bought, nor did I receive a screenshot of the receipts for the class that I sent 2 $150 donations for. Shaking my goddamn head. People need to stop sending her money. Fucking bitch. God damn it. Because is this Trey? Is this his email address? He sent her $300 for the butcher box that she may or may not have even ever bought. And then 2 $150 for the classes that she was lying about taking because she cannot ever be an insurance adjuster again.
And then she's saying she's got 3 people to cover her bills. Don't say nothing. She needs this. Her subs are going to do this and that. That's what you call scamming. That's what you fucking call scamming. I'm sorry.
So, it turns out, Michelle texted both Trey and Jay the exact same message in hopes to get double the money. But it doesn't stop there. Not only did she hope to get money from both of them, she also lied and said ETN scammed her out of her alimony money. Michelle borrowed money against her alimony and she admits it.
You're like, oh, ETN gives you all this money. No, he did not. I borrowed like $2 grand from him and he's like, oh.
Okay, and here you go. This is like what I was talking about. were bad medicine. Slow, deep, calming breaths, Michelle. They are trying to trigger you. And then one of the wenchers with wrenches says, Crystal G, why you comment then delete it? So these people that believe, she's got so many people believing that they are the ones that are making the difference, that she tells them everything they want to hear, that, you know what, hey, if you're there, for me and you believe me and nobody else believes me, and thank you, because so-and-so is screwing me out of this and that, and I'm tired of being hurt, and I just need this, and I just need a little help, and I'm going to give it back to you. And she'll be the nicest person that you've ever encountered, because that's what the devil does. She's fucking demon possessed.
Well, I owe you $1,400, but you borrowed 2 grand, so I'm gonna give you $900 this month. Or I'm gonna give you $700 this month. So I never got $1,400 from ETN ever, because I borrowed money from him to go to my previous training. He's like, oh, well, I lent you $2,000, so I'm gonna give you $700 this month. Oh, I'm gonna give you $900 this month. So all these people were like, oh, Michelle had all this money coming in. The fuck I did. He paid me what he felt like paying me instead of my $1,400 alimony payment.
The fuck you did, The fuck you did.
And if you don't think that's fucked, that's fucked. Because the money he loaned me was supposed to come out of what we got, right? What we got from the sale of the house, and he never gave me.
And then someone has to tell, Chatter's voice is streaming you. So this person, Nana of 6, or your grandma of 6, and you're in here helping Michelle make better choices.
What we got for the sale. He didn't do that. He just decided he was going to pay me whatever the fuck he wanted to. I borrowed against my alimony, but it was supposed to come out of the sale of the house.
So how exactly did ETN scam her? Anyways, don't get me wrong, I understand people fall on hard times. It absolutely can happen to anyone. However, I'll say this again, Michelle had a whole 2 years to prepare for the end of her alimony checks. For 2 years, she had everything paid for, from the mortgage to the toilet paper she uses to wipe her ass with.
And my attorney's like, I'm sick of this, I don't want to go to court again. And so she's like, let's just settle this shit. And so we were all on Zoom, and ATM was in New Orleans, and I was in my attorney's office, and my husband's attorney was in his office, and she's like, let's just settle this shit, right? And so she threw a proposal out to my husband's attorney to give to my husband, right? And it was everything I wanted. I got everything.
Yeah,
I got
everything.
all the equity. I got everything.
You got everything.
And he has to pay for the toilet paper I wipe my ass with, right? And every drop of gas that I put in, and he also has to pay me alimony, right?
Right.
And he agreed.
Okay, and I'm getting alimony, right? I'll have $2,230 coming in until May, okay?
What? You get $2,230 in alimony a month? SSDI plus welfare and everything else? Innocent people? And people have defended you? You are indefensible, and that is exactly what your lawyer said. If we don't remember the words of our dear queen, Penelope, in her masterpiece thesis named How to Lose a Lawyer in 10 Days, what we have seen is what ETN lived and what other men lived. Her baby daddies, her husbands, how many countless boyfriends, how many countless neighbors, gardeners, butchers, bakers, candlestick makers have given this cunt money. Why? Why can no one say no to Michelle? To have people now make excuses when I expose that she's on SSDI and everything else like that. Well, you can't live on that. You can't live on SSDI. Well, you know what? She's gotten how much in alimony again? My head's spinning. My actual head is spinning, and I might have another out-of-body experience. Let me listen to this again, because I apparently like my blood pressure to rise.
I'll have $2,230 coming in until May.
You cunt. And look at the way that her teeth are. And she has the nerve to talk people's teeth. Look at this picture. You can actually see the demon shape-shifting through. My God. You fucking liar. She's had $5,000 a month with no bills to pay for a year and a half. And whatever else, because ETN gave her everything. And this cunt came onto this community, tore it apart, and extorted money. I'm just going to work harder, and I'm going to make sure that this isn't going to happen again. So, I'm going to say it again. I'm getting my numbers here. If you or a loved one have given Michelle, Lola, Robin, Sabate, Montez, Pimp Daddy, given money, or someone you love has given Michelle, Robin, Lola, Montez, Sabate, Pimp Daddy, whore, Taylor Love, money, please continue to send them my way. Let me know the date, the amount, and if you did MasterCard or Visa. And if by chance you still have any way of having a bank statement and you can show that charge. I'm getting the number because I've hit the arena where we're very much in the federal amount of money we're doing with that, but I don't want her to go to federal prison. That's my thing. It's like, okay, the numbers I'm coming up with, and because there's different states, every single person that she's defrauded has a claim against her for wire fraud. I need the people that have been ripped off by her to continue to send me. If you have seen other people getting money and you've screenshotted it, etc., etc., I need you to continue to do this and keep sending me it. Tabitha Jane 0@gmail.com. And if you feel the urge to tip somebody, if you just feel like giving money to somebody, remember, Tabitha Jane 13 is my Cash App. Anyway, I think I could make a small fortune on taking this picture and making it into a dartboard. Oh my God. Let me see here. Let me see here. I'm going to do something. Because this picture right here, like I say, act like you guys are sitting right here with me. There's something about this picture that, like, the evil in her is showing. And her teeth are greenish. How does she get off telling other women they're ugly and saying how beautiful her teeth are and she has all of her teeth? And how does she not feel bad? She honestly is a pit of nothing. She's honestly hollow. She has no soul. None. None. Disgusting. I really hope that an amazing lady is in Trey's future and ETN's future. And I hope those ladies have the capability To kick the living shit out of
Okay.
the bitch if she ever comes by.
I'm gonna be fine because all of my bills are paid until then.
She has no excuse to be in the situation she is in now. Best of truths, Lisa said she will be showing the group chat texts once she redacts personal information. So, make sure to stay tuned for that. And with that, I end this clip. Until next time, babes.
Okay, so Bot's gonna have the receipts. Bot's gonna put this up. And I'm disgusted. Now, go to my community page. I think you'll like the recording of the actual real review of me or somebody that I know that sounds a lot like me. But maybe it's me or maybe not. Anywho, all right. Gonna go back to watching the lightning and not be scared of it. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I cannot wait until somebody flushes this turd. And with that, I will exit. Thank you for listening. Please like and subscribe. This will be on the playlist. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.